But when I got to work, y'all, I left my pod. Now, I know y'all don't know what my pod is, but you're about to find out. So I got to work, I was in the parking lot, I was about to get out of the car, and I popped the trunk to get out my pod. The pod is a thing that I put on before I go in the school building, and oh my gosh, it was not there. So I cannot go in the building. I had to call my principal and say, listen, I have to run home because I left my pod. And they know that I'm the only teacher in the building that wears a pod. But you got to do what works for you, and that works for me, and I have to have it. I can't go in there without it. So I'm going to get my pod. Probably going to take me, I don't know, 15 minutes to get home, and then 20 minutes to get back to work. So I was already on the road. So there's that. But yeah, y'all, so rationale behind the pod. Okay, let's talk about that. It gives me, it's a pod that if you're sitting at a desk, it like surrounds you with this plastic covering, and for me it gives me an extra layer of protection and safety, because this COVID, these asymptomatic cases are out there, and you just don't know if you're infecting people, and you're not purposely doing it, but you may be. And so for me to keep myself safe, and to keep my students safe and staff safe, I wear my pod and my mask. And while we're talking about masks, folks, let me give y'all some advice, okay? Number one, y'all must wear y'all mask above y'all nose. I see a lot of my students doing this all the time, where they get tired of wearing the mask. This is new for a lot of people, like especially kids, because they were at home, so they didn't have to wear masks. And now they're in school, and the ones that come in person, they have to get used to wearing the mask, and it takes time, months to get used to wearing the mask. So they'll put it under their nose, and I'm like, y'all, if you put your mask under your nose, then you may as well not wearing masks. It's not protecting you if you don't cover from your nose down. So I don't know how many times I say that a day: cover your nose, cover your nose. I really don't say cover your nose, cover your nose. I tell the kids, anytime I say mask up, everybody just check your mask, make sure your mask is up. So I'll be like, mask up, and they'll just be like, making sure it's above their nose. Also, folks, y'all need to change your mask daily, every day. Okay, you change your mask just like let's be frank, like you change your underwear, kind of like you change your drawers. Okay, you change your drawers every day. If not, you're supposed to be doing that as well. So change your mask every day. And y'all, these disposable masks, the ones that are like throwaway, that is exactly what you're supposed to do after you use them. Okay, for a day, right? Throw them out. Y'all cannot wash those masks and try to keep reusing them. What? Like, where they do that at? No, y'all, throw the mask away. Okay. If you want to reuse the mask, the type you use are the cotton ones or the washable ones, okay? Just wash them and reuse them. That's like the thing that I see at school. That's like, yo, we got to stay safe, and y'all have to stay safe. This is what I tell my students. Y'all have to stay safe. Y'all are not safe if y'all we're already in static groups, which supposedly is supposed to be okay. But to me, I don't know. That's a whole nother video, y'all. Because static groups, what that means is, and I don't know if your parents, you know what that means. It means that if you send your child to my classroom, to Mrs. Clark's class, and they're in a static group, they can eat together with their mask off. They can have snacks together with their mask off. They can, it's like they're in their own pod. It's as if they live together in a home, and then, that's how we operate. They can sit next to each other, all that. So it's like, so if they spread COVID, the idea is that it's only spread within that pod group, that static group, and it's not spread all over the school. So there is some logic to trying to like control it, but there's not really safety, because if kids can take off their mask and eat and it's airborne, that's concerning. That's a concern. But that's what we've been doing. And so, there's that. I don't know how people I would want to think, because we've been advising kids to, stay within your pod, your small group, or stay within, like, literally folks that are inside your house. But we know kids don't make those decisions, their parents do it. So who knows where they went over Thanksgiving. So right now it's a week after Thanksgiving, and we do see a rise in cases. Like in the city alone, the cases have tripled. So we're just gonna monitor it. But I mean, wearing the mask, they help. Wearing the mask. If you have to be in groups, wear that mask. I can say that I don't knowingly know that I've ever had COVID yet, and I think I'm in the building with kids maybe 2 times a week, so I think that alone also helps keeps numbers down if you're not like exposed, 5 days in a row. So we shall see what the data says, because with COVID data, it's like a 2-week turnaround. There's not like information that's going to be sent out like tomorrow. It takes days to even get symptoms, so if I was told that I had COVID exposure at all, I wouldn't go have a test that day or the next day. I would be told to wait at least 5 days before I go take a test. So we'll see. Anyway, important for me to go get this pod, okay? Because I do not like to go without it and sit places more than 15 minutes without it. When I say 15 minutes, that's loosely. I mean like hours. I mean, I'll run to the store if I need to. I try not to. I try to order my groceries online, but I need to run to Walmart. I'll run to Walmart without the pod. But if I have to sit somewhere and be stationary for like 8 hours a day, oh yeah, I need my pod. I definitely need my pod. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm going to show y'all my pods coming up really soon. I'm gonna have to sneak in to get it because my husband works at home today. He keeps our sons. Mason is 20 months and Jonathan is 9. Mason probably is still asleep, so I should be able to go get it without disturbing him and him wanting to call me to work. So I'm gonna see if I can sneak and get it. I'll show y'all what the pot look like. We're gonna see. I'll walk and get it and put it in the trunk, and then I'll show you actually like how I wear it in the building. So you can see that. So stay tuned. Yeah, I realize there's a lot of noise from. Oh, he doesn't see me. A lot of noise from the highway. But this, y'all, under the weather pond. I'll show y'all how I wear it soon. Okay, y'all, I'm headed back to work now. And so you'll see my setup in a second. And how I begin my day with kiddos virtually, even though I'm in the building. So stay tuned.